It's a tragedy that personal finance has now become all about investing tips and tricks. I don't know why, but people forget that in personal finance, the first word is personal and then finance. And personal matters more than finance. It applies to both salaried individuals as well as self-employed or business owners. Even before you start figuring out where to invest and what financial product to buy, first you should know where you currently stand. Many of us often wonder, where did all my salary go? That is, every month जो salary आया, so गया कहाँ? The next step is to figure out your net worth. Trust me, it's quite easy. You don't need to be a CA or anything to do that. Actually, managing your finances without knowing your net worth is like trying to navigate in the dark. It doesn't matter how good your investments are. A poor debt management can destroy your financial future. Invincibility lies in the defense. So it's important to play defense before you play offense. Apart from health emergencies, life will throw you 100 other challenges, from job losses to house repairs or house safety, in case you are living on rent. Financial progress is a journey, not a destination. Hello people, I am Suraj Deo and welcome back to Deo Talks. Today we are discussing a super important topic that applies to both salaried individuals as well as self-employed or business owners. As you all know, the current financial year 24 has just ended. Financial year 24 means the year is starting from 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2024. So today, rather than talking about investing and different financial products, let's talk about how to review your existing personal finance and why it's so important. Stay with me till the end of this video and you'll discover something far more valuable than investing tips and tricks. I don't know why, but people forget that in personal finance, the first word is personal and then finance. And personal matters more than finance. So any plan without considering your personal or unique life situation will always be incomplete. That's why financial review is so important in our lives. And I would say, even before you start figuring out where to invest and what financial product to buy, first you should know where you currently stand. That can only be achieved by doing your financial review. Do you ever wonder where your salary goes each month? It's a common question among most of us. While I'm not suggesting that you should prepare monthly budgets and reviews to know this, I know that's not possible for many. What I am saying is that at least you should review your finances annually after the end of every financial year. Trust me, you will be surprised and shocked by the learnings you will get from these simple looking exercises. I'm sure जब आप अपने financials review करोगे तो आप में से कईयों को झटका लगेगा. But that's completely fine for a beautiful future. So the question is how to perform this review. Okay, you can perform your financial review through 7 simple steps. Step 1. Analyze your cash flows. Let's get into the basics. First, you need to understand where your money is coming from and, more importantly, where it is going. There are two main components to this. Number 1. Income. This includes all the money coming in, such as salary, side hustles, business income, and returns from investment. List everything to calculate your total annual income. Form 26As can also be helpful in this regard. Number 2. Expenses. Categorize your expenses such as rent, EMIs, groceries, utilities, entertainment, etc. Many budgeting apps can assist with this. Remember, you don't need to track every small expense. To get this income and expense information, you can collect your bank statements, credit card bills, investment records, and any documents showing your income and expenses throughout the year. Many banks and financial institutions offer easy online access to statements and even category-wise summaries which you can use. Step 2. Analyze where your money went. Now you have to dig deeper into the expense side. Many of us often wonder, where did all my salary go? That is, every month जो salary आया, so गया कहाँ? So it's important to understand where you have been spending your money throughout the year. You can use this analysis to improve your financial habits for the future. You can cut down on unnecessary spending such as unused OTT subscriptions, memberships you don't need, impulse purchases, and much more. Also try to identify expenses you actually regret doing. This reflection can guide you in making wiser money decisions in the future. Furthermore, it can also help you avoid lifestyle inflation, where people tend to increase their expenses as their income grows. Believe me, nothing damages your retirement plans like a low saving rate and increasing expenses. After this analysis, you will be surprised by how small expenses can add up over time. Of course, you will not get rich by saving these small amounts, but the discipline will help you in saving a lot in the long run. One small request before we move further. If you have found this information useful so far, please like this video and subscribe to our community. Your support means a lot. Step 3. Know where you stand today, that is, calculate your net worth. The next step is to figure out your net worth. Trust me, it's quite easy. You don't need to be a CA or anything to do that. Your net worth is simply your assets minus your liabilities. Once you have analyzed your cash flows, you can build your personal balance sheet or net worth statement. You can ask, why is this so important? The answer is, your net worth gives you a starting point to understand your financial position. Tracking how it changes over time can help you understand the strength and weaknesses of your personal finances. So start this net worth calculation by listing all your assets and liabilities. Assets include cash balances in your bank accounts, investment in fixed deposits, stocks, mutual funds, bonds, insurance, pensions, government savings scheme, etc. And an estimated value of your house, jewelry and all other assets. Liabilities includes outstanding balances on housing loans, car loans, personal loans, buy now, pay later and all other loans and liabilities. You can use Excel or a spreadsheet to calculate your net worth by subtracting your total liabilities from your total assets. Actually, managing your finances without knowing your net worth is like trying to navigate in the dark. Step 4. Manage your debt. Managing debt or loans is a critical part of personal finance. It doesn't matter how good your investments are. A poor debt management can destroy your financial future. While most forms of debt have a bad reputation, not all debt is bad. The high-cost debt, however, is certainly bad, like credit cards. Credit card loans are particularly problematic due to their high interest rates, which can reach up to 50%. When managed wisely, a credit card can be a useful tool. However, if mishandled, it can lead to a financial trap. Loans from lending apps rank next in terms of bad loans. So you should avoid taking these kinds of loans. Your priority should be to close these costly loans before focusing on savings or investing. Now let's move to the housing loans. This can be beneficial, but be careful not to borrow too much. While housing loans are usually the biggest loans you take, they can be manageable if you follow certain tips and tricks. Like paying even one extra EMI per year can help reduce the massive interest you pay on these loans. Let's understand the two effective ways to manage all your loans. First is to arrange by outstanding amount. We call it the snowball method. Here, list all your loans and arrange them by outstanding amount, from smallest to largest. Make minimum payments on all loans except the smallest one. Use the remaining amount you have to pay off the smallest loan. Once the smallest loan is paid off, move on to the next loan and repeat the points 1 to 3. Second method is to arrange by interest rate. We call it the avalanche method. Here, list all your loans and arrange them by interest rate, from highest to lowest. Make minimum payments on all loans except the one with the highest interest rate. Use the remaining amount to pay off the loan with the highest interest rate. Once paid off, move on to the next highest interest rate loan and repeat the points 1 to 3. You can implement any of these two strategies to manage and close all your loans smartly. Step 5. Play defensive first. You might have heard the saying that invincibility lies in the defense. So it's important to play defense before you play offense. It's a tragedy that personal finance has now become all about investing tips and tricks. But actually, it should not be the case. Rather, insurance and emergency funds should be your top priorities before starting your investment journey. That's what I mean by playing defensive first. You may ask, why is this important? Let's assume you have an excellent investment portfolio, but no savings or insurance. And if a health emergency occurs, you will have to sell your investments, no matter if they are in profit or loss at that moment. You know, many Indians are just one serious health incident away from financial destruction. Even many people with decent incomes in India don't have any insurance. When they face any emergencies, they end up depleting their savings or taking high interest loans. So first, you must have these two types of insurance. Number 1, health insurance, and number 2, term insurance in case you have dependents. And if you already have these policies, then check every year if you have the right amount and type of term and health insurance coverage. And it's my humble request, please avoid any insurance products that mix insurance and investments, like endowment policies, traditional life insurance policies and ULIPs. Also, if you have purchased your insurance policies say 3 to 4 years ago, please don't think that you are sufficiently covered. You should review your policies at least every year and see if anything has changed recently in your life, which might require increased coverage or any other modification. And check the premium amount you are paying for your insurance policies and try to negotiate the premium cost. Step 6. Enough liquid savings or emergency fund. Apart from health emergencies, life will throw you 100 other challenges from job losses to house repairs or house shifting in case you are living on rent. You can't sell your investment in these situations, and taking debt can be a bad idea. So one important item on your personal finance checklist should be to create an emergency fund. This can help you deal with such situations. The question is, how much should you have as an emergency fund? Well, it depends on your personal situations. The common advice is to keep between 6 and 12 months of your living expenses as emergency fund. To figure out how much you need for your fund, add up all your monthly expenses like rent, EMIs, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Multiply this total amount by the number of months you want to be covered by the fund. Also evaluate your risk. If you have a stable job or income, you might be okay with a smaller fund. But if your income is uncertain or you work in a volatile industry, you might need to save more. And if you have many family members depending on you, or you have a loan or other financial responsibilities, then you might need to save more to cover all your expenses. Step 7. Review your credit report. Currently, there are 4 credit bureaus in India authorized by RBI. These are TransUnion, CIBIL, CRIF, Equifax, and Experian. At every year's end, it's a good idea to check your credit report to make sure it's correct. Sometimes these reports contain a lot of mistakes like wrong personal information, accounts that are not yours, and errors in balances or payment status. Fixing these errors can boost your credit score and protect you from identity theft. At last, track your progress. Check how much have you saved this year. Did you achieve any goals you set last year? Perhaps you have wanted to set aside money for travel or repay your credit card debt. Could you do that? Also ask yourself, are you on track for your emergency fund or long-term goals like a down payment on a house, future education for your kids, or retirement? Congratulations if you have managed to hit your financial goals. But if you haven't, there's always a next year. Financial progress is a journey, not a destination. Taking charges of your finances means taking charges of your future. So go ahead, review, adjust, and crush your financial goals in the coming year. And let me know how your financial review turns out. That's all for now. Please feel free to leave any question or comments below. Thanks a lot for your time, and let's take care of this beautiful world. I'll see you next. And smile. Always smile.